Since 2024 is almost coming to its end, I thought I should relook of the past few months in 2024. Well, to my surprise, the gacha community has gotten worse. As you can already tell by the title, we will discuss how to not be problematic. Number 1. Stealing and/or tracing. Stealing and/or tracing has and is still unfortunately a big thing in the gacha community. In my opinion, it's very common that I see things like this. Sometimes it may be on purpose or perhaps on accident. But now, you are probably asking me how to avoid this problem. Well, I should give an example first to make this more easier to understand. For example, let's say you are editing and/or drawing, and you can't seem to get a certain piece to look perfect. What you are probably thinking is that you would either give up or take inspo to help with. But that's where the problem comes in, to avoid accidentally tracing and/or stealing. If you are on an app such as taking inspo and you see a creator in which you would like to take inspo from, but don't know if they allow it, don't take it without permission. Instead, ask them first whether or not they allow inspo. If they do, then you can take inspo. But if they don't allow it, please respect their choice and don't go on taking inspo. Number 2. Problematic trends. We see trends in the gacha community, and there are many various trends to choose from, in which a certain topic I'm going to be talking about how to not choose a problematic one, and I will help you understand which ones are problematic. First off is abuse trends. I personally think it's fine to use abuse to your OC lore since it helps develop the character. But to use abuse and call it a trend is honestly disgusting and is disrespectful to the people who have gone through abuse. Second off is vent trends, and I know you are probably confused as if why I said vent trends, but to make this more clear, basically, when one makes a vent and it's not supposed to be a trend, some people are oblivious as to not even check if it's a vent or not, but then continue to make the same thing and call it a trend. It's very hurtful to the creator and is disrespectful since people call their pain a trend. And how to avoid something like this is very easy. First, you should check the description or caption to see if there's a tag that says #vent. If so, then don't proceed to make a video out of it. And lastly, if there's a pinned comment from the creator that says not to make it a trend. Lastly is 𝙩𝙤𝙥𝙀 and RIP3 trends. Okay, but seriously, who thought this was okay to make and call something like this a trend? I know I've said this many times in the video, but I can't help but feel disgusted at whoever thought this was a good idea. And it's also disrespectful to the people who have gone through it as well. Pretty much thousands of people have gone through it, and instead of making an awareness video, you decide to make it and call it a trend? Wow. Lastly, number 3. Racism. Obviously, if you have brain cells, you know that racism is bad. It's fine to spread awareness of how it impacts the people, but I suppose they turned it into a trend rather than spreading awareness. A good example of showing culture is the "It's Time for Africa" trend. This comment is a good explanation of how it represents the trend. As long as you don't make it stereotypical, it's fine. Showing culture and the way people live is important, since everyone around the world speaks, dresses, and lives differently.